Patriots, welcome back to the channel that's never afraid to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If you love this country, if you believe in putting America first, and if you're tired of the lies coming out of D.C., then you're in the right place. Before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a moment of real, raw, and unfiltered truth. We are building a movement, right? Here, a movement of proud patriots who are done sitting on the sidelines. So let's get into it.
Well, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. And I want to thank Governor Abbott for his leadership and know that President Trump is absolutely heartbroken by what has happened here in Texas, and the loss of life is absolutely devastating to him and Melania. This morning I talked with him several times, and he wanted to make sure that all of you know how much he loves Texas, how much he's grieving for your families that have lost someone and the beautiful children that we're still looking for and hoping to return to their families, and that he is absolutely committed to using all the resources of the federal government to help unify families, rescue all those that were still missing, and return those who maybe we will recover back to their families as soon as possible, and that we will be here walking alongside each other and helping throughout this entire crisis. And know that I'm extremely grateful as well for the leadership of Nim Kidd, who's a fantastic emergency operations manager and has been well known throughout this country for leading through such a time as this. And this tragic situation is something that is unprecedented. We recognize that at the federal level. We also recognize that when something like this happens to a community, happens to a state, that the best responders are those locally, because it's your family members, it's your community members that are being impacted, and you can respond quickly. And the role of the state is to run and manage that emergency, but the federal government needs to be here for the support and extra resources on the ground as well. And that is what we are doing and what President Trump has dedicated to continue to do. I've visited with the president already about this federal disaster declaration that the governor was going to sign here this morning, and he has indicated that he will honor that and that he will accept that. So that response and that relief will be coming. And we also have had assets here on the ground since the beginning of this crisis started, since this weather event did start. And even before it came, we were alerted. We did have Coast Guard assets here that were helping to rescue people. We're thankful for the airframe that showed up and those coasties that were here walking alongside our DPS, and the emergency responders that were here, the Texas assets that were deployed already, and that coordination was seamless, and I appreciate them for putting that request in right away. We also had our BORTAC team from Customs and Border Protection out here helping with rescues. They are a specialized, trained force to come in these types of situations and bring their skill set to bear. That is a resource that's incredibly important to the Department of Homeland Security, but also in these types of situations when we need emergency management response. We also did have a CBP advisory interdiction specialist here that was helping with some coordination of air assets that has been present. And then we are looking at the other entities that are under the department, what can be utilized, and of course FEMA is standing at an enhanced level right now, which means that they are plugged in to the State Operations Center. We are engaged, and then as this response goes forward, that their role will continue to be filled as it always is in these situations, and will be timely and responsive as to what the governor requests and what is needed here on the ground. I do know that the state of Texas is amazing in how it responds to disasters. Not every state is like that. Many states do not do what the people of Texas do. And you are an example to the nation of getting through these difficult times, but also know that you're not alone, that you have the entire country's hearts and are with you and are walking alongside you. And at the department, we will continue to bring more resources. We just, at the request of a previous conversation less than an hour ago, in visiting with him and with the governor, requested more fixed-wing aircraft from Coast Guard to come and help us, making sure that we're going out and locating individuals as fast as possible that we know are still missing, and that we also will send more airframe as far as helicopters that have the ability to come in, and some will be equipped, and the fixed wings with thermals so they can continue to work all night long. Some of the assets that other agencies may offer don't have that kind of equipment, but the Coast Guard does have it, and so that will be deployed so that the search and rescue efforts don't stop even when it does get dark at night. We'll continue to stay engaged, and I'll be here. I'm going to go up to the camp, Mystic, and I'm going to go around town and spend some time here today and make sure that when I am calling and talking to the president throughout the day that he has timely information and that the requests that are coming here from the leadership on the ground are met immediately, and that we can take care of these families and take care of these folks right away. We do know the number one priority now is people, is making sure we're finding people as fast as possible and we're returning them to their families. And then also, throughout the process, we'll get into what damage was done to public infrastructure, what may have been done to, I know we have 1,800 people that are still without power. What I understand is people still have water, but we do have damage to bridges and to roads. Thankfully, dams held. But all of that is an assessment that we'll continue to work with you on to make sure that you recover as quickly as possible. So, again, thank you all for being strong and being an example for people. Someone told me a long time ago, over 30 years ago, that to never get angry on behalf of yourself, get angry on behalf of the other people. To always go out and get up every day and go work for other people and help them. And so I know many of you that are out there responding and helping your neighbors had losses too. You're hurting because you're grieving somebody that may have been lost. We were created to serve people. God created us to serve each other. And now is a wonderful time to go find somebody you can help, somebody that you can take care of and get them through this process, and that will make us stronger and better into the future. So our prayers are with you. President Trump wants you to know that he and Melania are praying for you and love you. And
So earlier today, President Trump was asked a direct question. Did you talk with Secretary Kristi Noem about that? $80,000 dark money payment she reportedly received back in 2023. And guess what? He straight up said he hadn't even heard about it. This is what the media does, folks. They don't ask real questions, they launch ambush. And every time a strong conservative woman rises up, what do? They try to destroy her. Now let me say this loud and clear. Secretary Noem has been a warrior. She has stood firm against the woke agenda, protected freedom in South Dakota, and taken on the radical left like a true patriot. So when Trump says she's doing an amazing job, I believe him. This isn't about ethics, it's about smearing anyone who threatens the establishment. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The president was also asked about the pace of deportations. Critics like Tom Homan and Stephen Miller True immigration hawks have said it's not fast enough. And what did Trump say? He acknowledged that this is a tough battle. But he also said something the media refuses to acknowledge. We're seeing massive home deportations and something called self-deportations. Let me break that down for you. Illegal migrants are realizing they can't game the system anymore. They're voluntarily leaving because they know under Trump's America, we enforce our laws. And here's the kicker. If they try to come back without following the rules, they're never getting back in. That's the kind of leadership we need, firm, fair, and unapologetic. President Trump said it best. What Joe Biden did at our border is the most damaging thing any president has ever done. And I couldn't agree more. We're not talking about a few dozen migrants here and there. Trump says we've got 21 to 25 million people who have flooded our country under this administration. That's not immigration, that's an invasion. Let's be honest, Biden didn't just let it happen. He orchestrated it, and now we're stuck cleaning up the mess, straining our resources, risking our safety, and watching our nation's identity be eroded from within. And then there's the economy. Trump reminded everyone that he had inflation, and he got rid of it. He had a struggling economy, and he turned it into the strongest stock market in history. Under Biden, we've seen inflation soar, grocery prices go through the roof, gas hitting $5 a gallon, and working families getting crushed. And yet the media wants to paint Trump as the villain? No, let's be real. The man turned this country around once. And if we give him the reins again, he'll do it even faster. So here's the bottom line. Folks, we are in a fight for the soul of this nation. And Trump is the only one talking. Like a man who understands that he's defending strong conservative leaders like Kristi Noem. He's securing our border with real action. He's calling out Biden's disasters, and he's laying out a path forward. We're not going to sit quietly anymore. We're not going to let the media dictate the narrative. And we're sure as hell not going to let the radical left destroy the country we love. So if you're with me, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this message far and wide. Let's build a wall of truth that not even CNN can tear down. This is America, and we're taking it back.